Hi, welcome along to AFTV. Now, question for you. If you was a manager and in the summer, manager of a top flight Premier League team, and in the summer you're told you've got £45 million to buy some players, what would you do with it? I don't know, maybe I'll buy Sergio Aguero's leg or Harry Maguire's arm. Listen, in all seriousness, I know you would have heard the news that came out today from a couple of newspapers talking about how Arsenal have only got £45 million to spend in the summer. And of course, it had lots of Arsenal fans up in arms today. Up in arms. I've had people texting me, ringing me, saying, Robbie, what is going on? And, we all know that at the moment, because of the financial fair play rules, Arsenal are almost at their limit when it comes to spending on wages. And because of the lack of the fact that we're not in the Champions League, our spending, if we go and just try and splash 200 million just like that, we would, be breaking financial fair play rules, and that could lead to all kinds of sanctions, etc. So this story is probably fairly accurate. I do feel it's a bit of scaremongering because, all right, there's £45 million to spend possibly. I don't know if they've taken into account the fact that we're going to have the Adidas deal kicking into effect that's in effect going to bring a lot of money into the club. And also, what they definitely have not taken into account is the fact that obviously Arsenal are going to have to sell players and move players on. So there will be more money than £45 million to spend come the summer, in my opinion. However, it still won't be the amount of money that probably us as Arsenal fans are looking at, to go out there and really overhaul our squad. We saw at the weekend against Manchester City that we're miles behind. You look at their squad. I think it was about 10 minutes ago they brought on Riyad Mahrez, who they spent about £50 million on. So you can see the gulf at the moment in squads. We've got some very good players, Lacazette, Aubameyang. They've really been playing well this season. We do have some good players in that team. We also have some very average players that we're going to have to move out. I was putting together a list actually earlier on. I've got it here in front of me of some of the players that might have to go. Czech we know is going to go, and he's on £100,000 a week, so that will come off the wage bill. Carl Jenkinson is also quite a high earner on about 50 grand a week. I think Arsenal will definitely be looking to move him on. Squadron Mustafi, lots of rumours that Arsenal will try and move him on. They've been trying to move him on for a couple of seasons, to be fair. At £35 million, he hasn't worked out. What will we get for him? Koscielny, will we keep Koscielny or will we move Koscielny on? He's getting a bit older now, into mid-30s. Could he be a guy that we might move on? Lichtsteiner, definitely going to go. He was only on a year deal. It hasn't worked out. I think we'll be looking to move on Mohamed El Neni, just a squad player, not really getting much game time. We were looking to move him out in January. Look for him to go out. We already know that Aaron Ramsey's going to be on his way out. He's going to be heading to Juventus. We're not going to get no money for him. That's, again, where it's criminal. Granit Xhaka, what happens with him? At the moment, there doesn't seem to be any sounds that we're going to be moving him out. Personally, I think he's been there a long time and he hasn't really done anything. I'd be looking to move him out. Danny Welbeck, very unfortunate with the injury that he suffered. It was good to see today a video that he's, really sort of pushing back in training. Still won't be fit for this season though. Contract up at the end of the season. Looks like Arsenal definitely going to move him out. Also on high wages, or reportedly about £90,000 a week. And then there's the big one, Mesut Ozil. Surely they're looking to move him out. I mean, he didn't start against Manchester City, didn't even get onto the pitch. Supposed to be our best player, highest earner on £350,000 a week, and he's not playing. That can't continue. Either he's got to be assimilated into the team and play, or we have to surely try and move him on in the summer. But who's going to pick up those wages? That, again, is going to be another issue. And remember, he's just signed a new contract, so it's up to him. If he doesn't want to move on, if he says, I'm sticking around, what can we do? We're in a mess. We're in a mess. I spoke about it a lot of times on our Transfer Daily show. We're in a mess. Over the years, we've allowed players' contracts to run right down. We've ended up getting nothing for players of high value. I only got to look at this season at Aaron Ramsey. A couple of years ago, they were talking about Barcelona interested in him, 55 million. Even maybe if we'd have sold him in the summer, could have got a 35, 40 million for him. We didn't. Held on to him. Haven't done the contract with him. Now we're letting him go because he wants big wages for absolutely nothing. So that's no income coming in. And how the financial fair play rules work is, don't spend more than what you're earning. If you look at Liverpool and what they've done, similar in a way to what Arsenal, with a self-sustaining budget, apart from one important thing, they have had assets to sell. So, a lot of people talk about the brilliant business they did this season, bringing in Alisson and, of course, bringing in Virgil van Dijk. And we've seen the massive difference it's made to their team. They needed a goalkeeper. They needed a centre-back. They went out there and got it done. They went out there and brought those two in. But they had assets to sell. They sold Philip Coutinho for 130, 40 million to Barcelona. And with that, they've earned that money, and then they're able to go back out and spend 75 million on Van Dijk, spend 57 million on Alisson. That's how they've been managed to do it, because the transfer business has been run in a smart way. So they've been selling players over the years for very high value and reinvesting into the team. They sold Luis Suarez, what was that, nearly 100 million, right? That money was able to be used to reinvest. What have we sold? Our best players have walked away for virtually nothing. Aaron Ramsey, as I said, nothing he's going for. Alexis Sanchez last season, next to nothing he went for. We just had to quickly sell him before his contract ran out at the end of the season. And it goes right back to Nasri, to all these sort of guys where we've just sold players for peanuts, Robin van Persie, because of the terrible way in which the contracts were done. So everybody of value, basically, we let go for nothing. I don't understand it. I think, I don't know, what were we trying to be, everybody's friend at the club, looking after everybody with contracts and trying to depend on Arsene Wenger to persuade them to stay? It hasn't worked out. And now we're in a right old mess. So 45 million, that will get you nothing in today's market. That will get you nothing. So come the summer, I think one of the things, as I said, it's a bit of scaremonger in this story, but come the summer, there's one thing for sure. There's going to be a big clear out at Arsenal. As I said, we already know some of the players that's going to go, but there's going to be a mass clear out to be enabled Unai Emery to get funds in so that he can reinvest into the squad. And it's just, I feel sorry for Unai Emery because he's taken this job on. It's a massive club. He wants the club to do well. He wants to succeed as well, personally. But he's not being given the resources to succeed. If he gets into the top 4 this season, this guy deserves a knighthood. It will be a miracle because we are not the 4th best team in the Premier League. When you look at our team, player for player, be honest, we're not. So if Unai Emery manages to get us into that top 4, it'd be an absolute miracle because he's not really had any help. Minimal amount of money when he came in the summer to buy players. And now we're being told when it comes to the next summer, it ain't going to be much better. And we know that we need major surgery. We know we need to spend money. And I've heard today people saying, oh, what's up with Arsenal fans? They like to moan. Listen, I want you to remember one thing, yeah? Arsenal fans pay the highest ticket prices in Europe. the highest. Arsenal fans moved from their stadium, which was Highbury, to the Emirates Stadium because they were promised that, listen, once we pay for that stadium, don't worry, guys, we will be competing with the top teams in Europe. Your Bayern Munich's, Real Madrid's, Juventus's. We will have the financial clout to compete with these teams. That's what we were told. Now we're being told, come the summer, we've got £45 million to spend. So next time you wonder why Arsenal fans are moaning, just think about that.